Welcome, this is like it's 1985 with my Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Ravage review. This will be my first ever Revenge of the Fallen review. When he first came out, I was kind of on the fence about him. You know, he had a cool looking Panther mode, but I wasn't sure about the re-entry mode, and you can argue that that wasn't, you know, kind of not a real mode, if you will. But you know, I saw him in a Kohl's department store. He was, you know, $10, so I finally broke down and got him. Because, you know, a few months after he came out, I kind of wanted to get him, and I couldn't find him anywhere. So finally, this weekend I found him. So decided to pick him up for $10. You know, he's definitely got some good color combinations, color scheme. To start off with, he's got some cool translucent purple in his head and his mono eye there. Kind of lighter blue metallic paint application there, and then on the wings he has this darker blue metallic right there. And of course, predominantly black with a dark gray plastic. So definitely a cool color scheme, that's for sure. Now, the interesting part, at least in my mind, was that when I first watched the reviews, I didn't notice that they had these wing appendages here, because I thought it was just all folded in and everything like that, and was just a big ball of folded up Panther, you know. But so, you know, the wings kind of give it a little bit credibility. You know, it's a re-entry mode, so he's got some wings, you know. But let's go ahead and bring him to his Panther mode, which is the coolest mode. Basically, he's just folded up on himself, much like a lot of the Gundam transformable mobile suits. You can kind of see where everything's going to be going once it's transformed back. In fact, let's go look at the bottom here. You can see there's the tail here. So let's go ahead and take that tail. Grab this piece and just rotate it back up, and then like so. Go ahead and bring back the hind legs, and there's a little tab here. It's going to slot into there, and then you want to bring this down, and then arrange the legs like so. Same thing over here. Bring back the legs until it snaps in place, and then rearrange the feet, or the leg and feet. For the four legs, you can see how they come apart like this. There's a little space where his ear goes. It doesn't really snap in or lock in place. It's just kind of loose, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of cool that it's folded in upon itself like that. Anyways, this goes out like that, and then you want to rotate this paw around so that you see this blue metallic paint application, and then you want to bring out the claw, which is kind of a pain to do sometimes. There we go. And then rotate around and bring out the claw, or the paw, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Now the midsection, I'm going to fold in the wings, and then see how they're on hinges. You want to just hinge it back and fold it back so that it becomes his torso. And there we go. Same thing here, fold it back in, and you can see how that slaps together like that. Now all we have left to do is just make him, rearrange him, and make him look, go back to his Panther mode here. Get all his legs and feet sorted out here. And weapons. So in terms of just articulation, he's got articulation there. He can bend a little bit there. I guess you couldn't see that, sorry. Bend there. And then at the tip of his tail, he can rotate and bend a little bit. And then he has this piece here, which I think normally folds up in his... let's check the box out real quick so I can tell you for sure. Yeah, it looks like it just... it can fold out, I guess. You can have it like this if you want. Like that. Let's see what else. The gimmick, the Mech Alive gimmick, is You got to pull back and a little bit down, and you can see. Let's go and zoom in here. His little ears come up. That's cool. So that's his Mecha Live gimmick. Oops. Articulation-wise, he can rotate at the that point there, and then these are on a ball joint, so you got some range of posability there. And you can see here's a swivel, and I guess you can kind of see some gears there. Another sort of Mecha Live type of actuation there. So yeah, I mean, should you pick them up? I don't know. You know, it's you can of course make an argument. It's not really a complete transformer. It's got a re-entry mode and then the Panther mode. But you know, I picked him up because not only because he was cheap, but I liked Generation 1 Ravage as a character, even though he's not really a character. He didn't really have any speaking lines, but you know, he was just a cool Decepticon. I think compared to how they treated Frenzy in the 2007 movie, this guy turned out much better, I think. You know, he's got his G1 cannons there, so it looks really nice in his Panther mode. Yeah, I don't know what else they could have done with Frenzy, but I guess it would be kind of hard to, you know, do something that would be reminiscent or an homage to G1. You know, kind of Ravage already had that advantage, I guess, having the Panther mode. So, you know, I say if you can get him for $10 or cheaper, you know, pick him up. He's nice. He makes a nice display piece in his Panther mode. And the transformation isn't that bad. It's just basically, like I said before, much like a lot of Gundam mobile suits that transform into ships. He's got that similar type of transformation where you can see what's going to happen. But yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. This has been my review of Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, Ravage. All right. Bye.